Good morning. I am 5 minutes earlier today. As always, if you're watching in recording, you're welcome to fast forward or stay with us through our hellos. I am going to check the sound now. Earlier today? Seems good. Good morning, Gina. Good morning, Mary. Good morning, Judy. Good morning. Oh, wait. I'm not looking at the right one. Good morning, Jean. All right, it is time for us to start. So Real Love, which is the title of our series, Real love for ourselves, by definition, includes every aspect of our lives. The good, the bad, the difficult, the challenging past, the uncertain future, as well as all the shameful, upsetting experiences and encounters we just rather forget. Of course, this does not mean we have to celebrate everything that's ever happened to us or write thank you notes to people who have hurt us. But whether we like it or not, the emotional residue of our experiences is part of who we are. If we resist any aspect of it, we feel like imposters, unreal, split off from ourselves. If we neglect our authentic selves, we risk being dominated by others instead of being in loving relationships with them. But when we open our hearts to the magnitude of our experiences, we learn to tune into our needs, our unique perceptions, thoughts, and feelings in the present moment, when they're happening, without being trapped by judgments based on the expectations of others, based on all those stories others tell about us or we tell about ourselves. And this is how we eventually sense our own worthiness. This kind of integration arises from intimacy with our emotions and our bodies, as well as with our thoughts. It arises from holding all that we know and want and fear and feel in a space of awareness and self-compassion. If we reject or resent our feelings, we just won't have access to that kind of intimacy and integration. And if we define ourselves by each of the ever-changing feelings that cascade through us, how will we ever feel at home in our own bodies and minds? Sharon Salzberg shares, "When I first began my meditation practice, I was only 18 years old. And although I knew I was deeply unhappy, I wasn't aware of the separate threads of grief, anger, and fear that were at play within me. Then, through meditation, I began to look within more clearly and to detect the various components of my sorrow. And what I saw unsettled me so much that at one point I marched up to my teacher and said accusingly, 'I never used to be an angry person before I began meditating.' But of course I was hugely angry before. My mother had died. I barely knew my father. I felt wrenchingly abandoned. Meditation had just allowed me to uncover the strands of that pain. When I blamed meditation as the cause of my pain, my teacher simply laughed and then reminded me of the tools I now had to deal with the difficult feelings that I was so upset to keep hidden, even from myself. He reminded me that I could begin to forge a totally new relationship with my emotions, to find the middle place between denying them and being overwhelmed by them. Interestingly, a recent study underscores the importance of letting ourselves feel all of our emotions, including those we usually consider as negative, such as anger and sadness. Using the biodiversity of ecosystems in the natural world as a model, the researchers found evidence for the notion that EMOdiversity or EMOdiversity, the word for the whole spectrum of human emotions, plays a key role in our overall health and well-being. I like this word, EMOdiversity, the whole spectrum of human emotions. So today let's do a practice that is designed specifically for welcoming everything that arises in our body, our heart, and our mind. This is called full yes practice. Take a comfortable position, and as always, take a few moments to settle. Settle into your body, your heart, your mind. Settle into this moment, right here, right now. Nice and soft breath, allowing yourself to breathe naturally without trying to deepen or lengthening your breath. Simply notice how your breath flows through your body, how your body responds to your breath. And see if you can get a sense of spaciousness in your breath, letting all the experience of the present moment flow through you as energy, without struggle. And now start scanning your body from top to bottom, slowly and surely, noticing every sensation, pleasant, unpleasant, neutral. Noticing every emotion that arises, every thought. And whenever anything draws your attention, simply say yes to it. Say the actual word yes. Welcoming whatever it is fully, whether you like what it is or not. Use this word yes or welcome if you prefer that. Use it as a mantra. Repeat it over and over again as you scan your body and notice whatever you notice. As you say this yes or welcome to whatever arises, is there a sensation of acceptance? Maybe a release of tension? It's okay if there is, it's okay if there isn't. Say yes to that as well. If you find any resistance, denying a sensation or pushing it away, see if you can tolerate opening up to it and saying yes instead for just a little bit longer. But of course, if you need to look away, so to speak, that's fine, no problem. This practice is not about brutally confronting everything at once at any cost. It's about saying yes to what is, staying with what is just a bit longer than you might otherwise want to, in order to grow this capacity of welcoming, of opening up to everything, all of you. Every time you do it, this a bit more adds up, and you will grow and change. So continue scanning your body. I'll be silent for a while. Open, relax, feel, say yes, and then open some more. Yes to whatever arises, whether you like it or not. Accepting every aspect of you. And now, even if you are not done with a full body scan, it's okay. Feel the entire body at once, with all the sensations, pleasant, unpleasant, neutral. And remember, you are spacious enough to hold everything. Contradictory sensations, contradictory emotions, contradictory thoughts. Yes to everything. It's all okay. And as you connect to this direct experience as a body, breathing and sensing itself, I'm going to pose a few questions for you. Allow the answers to come to you. Don't try to answer those questions logically. Don't try to answer them theoretically. But rather let the answers come from within the body. What does it mean in the body when I say a full yes? Is my yes truly complete? What does it mean to me to truly welcome everything that is, as opposed to merely tolerate it? How do I do this welcome in my body, as a body? Am I fully enthusiastically receptive, or is there any resistance? If there is resistance, connect with the sensation of it in your body. Where do you feel it? How does it feel exactly? Say yes to this resistance and see if the resistance changes or maybe dissolves completely. What do I do in my body when resistance stops? Can I do this on purpose? Take a nice breath in and out, and once again feel everything at once. Your whole body and everything that arises. Thoughts, emotions, sensations. Yes to all of it. And then gently let go of this practice. Notice how you're feeling now. physically, emotionally, mentally. How are you? And as you go through your day today, I invite you to take pauses here and there and connect with your direct experience of what really is. Saying yes or welcome to all sensations, all thoughts, all emotions, pleasant, unpleasant, neutral. And remember, this is just an exploration. There is no way to do this wrong. Whatever you discover is perfect. Enjoy this process. Thank you so much for being here today. Have a gorgeous day, and I will see you tomorrow.